I've not seen this, so we're watching this together as friends on the internet.
Okay. So I have really big news. Um, I'm probably going to be one of the first people talking about it just because the timing is so perfect. But on Wednesday, this filing came in, and here's where we're at in the Rekieta stuff. So if you don't know, late last year, or the middle of last year, he got arrested for cocaine possession, firearm possession, and the presence of cocaine. And his daughter tested positive for cocaine metabolites in her hair, indicating that she had ingested cocaine in some way at some point. So he went through family court. I think he's getting custody of his children back. It might be supervised custody where they check in on him every so often. Um, he was facing a lot of years in jail because he had so much cocaine on him, but he's a first time offender. So we were all watching the case. And then eventually he took a plea deal in January. And we've been waiting to see what the terms of the plea deal are. And what he will have to do. And we didn't know what the state had. The state has a pre-sentencing independent body that looks at the facts of a case and suggests to the court on behalf of the prosecutor and the court what the pre-sentencing committee believes that should happen to the defendant. And then the defendant is allowed to argue if that's too harsh, and then the judge makes the final binding decision. So in this, we actually got to glean some details about what the pre-sentencing committee had suggested in the case of Nick Rekieta. And what they had suggested was 30 days in county jail, 80 hours of community service, and 5 years of probation, which is pretty heavy. That is pretty heavy. Nobody expected that he would get a jail sentence at all. He argued that the community service should be dropped, that the jail should be waived, and that the probation should be reduced to 1 year. And supposedly there was going to be a hearing today, and it was unknown when this would come out. But chat, I'm very pleased to inform you that before the stream started, we did get the news of the sentences, and it is 30 days in Candido High County Jail, and the 80 hours of community service was upheld, and also the 5 years of probation was upheld. However, caveat, it says here that the 30 days confinement may be deferred with probation. So he is sentenced to serve 30 days in jail in August, but it can be deferred if he complies 100% with probation. In fact, I think that it's contractual. So if he does manage to stay 100% in line with the probation officer and gives them no reason to complain about him whatsoever, then he may be able to avoid any jail time. But it's on the table. It's like the sort of Damocles dangling over his head. And quite frankly, it is embarrassing that he got the sentence at all, because he told people up and down he would serve no jail time, and he's been sentenced to jail time. So literally, if he gives his probation officer any reason whatsoever, they're going to be monitoring him constantly, they're going to be checking his piss at random, they're going to have patches on him that he has to turn in and wear all the time. So if any alcohol is found in his system, if any intoxicants of any kind show up in the system, if he does anything that is against the terms of his probation at all, he is going to jail. And as a matter of fact, chat, at this very moment, I have asked our attorney. So I need to turn that off. I've asked our attorney to submit to the Candido High County Police Department our request for video cam footage. Minnesota state law prohibits the release of footage except where there's consent and except where there is guilt. So now that there is a guilty party, as long as the investigation is formally closed, there is no legal basis for the state of Minnesota or the county to deny us our request. I told you it would be a waiting game, and if they deny us because they have no legal basis, we may be suing them, because I have a feeling that my attorney might be willing to do a little civil rights lawsuit, pro bono, as they say, for the charity and goodwill of all mankind. Chat. I am 100% convinced we're getting that footage. Shouldn't have said that I wouldn't get it, because I'm going to get it. I'm very confident in this. We'll see. It's not 100% in my control, but I'm going to do everything that I can, chat, for you, my audience, for my lovely viewers, who deserve to know how their justice system works, and how police interactions are carried out. It's a public service, a public good, on a noteworthy, newsworthy person, chat. And that's the update on Nick Rekieta. We'll see how it goes.
That's stupid.